I have tried everything. I've heard this from just about every woman I've ever worked with, and I've said it more times than I can even recall. Something I wanted so badly and feel like I want forever and just can't seem to get builds this heightened frustration, at which point you complain to a friend or you break down to your coach and you say, I've tried everything and I just can't lose weight. Or I've tried everything and I just can't build my coaching practice. I work with women who want to lose weight and they've been struggling and they've tried everything and it's not working. And I work with health coaches to help them build their practices so that they can help other women lose weight. And I've heard it from both. And I've said it. So what I want to share with you today are the 4 stages of trying and how to get and stay in the 4th and final stage of trying so that you get what you want and you keep it forever. And I want to help you understand how you ping pong through the different stages and what you need to do to get and stay in stage 4 so you do finally get what you want. So let's talk about stage 1. Stage 1 is actually not trying, which is really unusual because most of the time when we feel like we're trying our hardest is when we're in stage 1. And what I mean by this is the brain can be very, very deceptive, and we can convince ourselves that we're doing something when in actuality we're not actually doing anything. And this shows up like this. I want to lose weight more than anything. And I have tried this diet and that diet, and I've restricted and I've cut out and I've been miserable and I've gotten close and then I go back. And in this stage, we're so focused on what we do want, and yet we're also so present to how far we are from it, that there's so much energy put into those feelings of desire and agony that we don't have it, and disappointment, that it feels like we're actually trying when all we're really doing is dreaming about what we want and complaining about what we have. And it is such an intense experience that it's exhausting to the point that it feels like we must actually be trying, and we're really actually not. Stage 2 is what I call ticking boxes. And ticking boxes is where we say, all right, I'm sick of this, I'm gonna change it, now's the day, today's the day, no more, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to eat healthy. And we buy the healthy food and we go to the gym, but we still eat pizza every other day. And when we get to the gym, we're kind of going through the motions and we're not really pushing our bodies. But in our minds, we can say, I go to the gym, I eat healthy, I don't drink a lot of wine, or I don't drink a lot of beer. I used to drink, I call this softening. These are the softeners. I used to drink a whole, case of pop a week, and now I only drink 3 a week. And while I'm all for baby steps, this is ticking boxes, where we know in our heart of hearts we're not giving our full effort, but we're giving enough effort so we can say we're trying. Here we still don't see results. Eventually we get so sick of stage 2 that we get to stage 3. Stage 3 is where we actually make a decision, full intention and full commitment. This is where we go from 0 to all out. We actually throw away all the junk food. We actually sit behind our computer for 8 hours a day and work to build our client base, and we have conversation after conversation with our coworkers about wanting that promotion and really putting in your max effort. And you probably will see some level of results here, but most of the time we don't stay in stage 3 because we exhaust ourselves. There's so much energy that goes into stage 3. We're putting in all of our effort. This is typically what I call an all or nothing stage, where you're putting in all your effort and it's exhausting, so you can't maintain it. So you start to slide back a little and your results go with it. And because you truthfully have put in all your effort here, this stage feels like disappointment, failure, and rejection. Because those are some of the most difficult states to stay in. We slip from stage 3 back to stage 2 of ticking boxes, or even stage 1, where our desire is even more heightened and our disappointment and awareness of what we don't have is even stronger. So we ping pong back and forth between 1, 2, and 3 in no particular order, over and over and over, until we gain what I call learned helplessness, which is I've tried so many different times, I can't get it right. I must have to either go to insane extremes, or there must be something wrong with me. I was reading an article this morning in the paper about there's this new weight loss strategy for people who aren't heavy enough for gastric bypass surgery, but their BMI is 30 to 40, and so they swallow a pill with a balloon in it, and this balloon expands in their stomach until I didn't read the whole article, to be honest. I was in line for a coffee, but I don't even think it matters. I mean, they're swallowing a balloon with a pill, And this is what happens when we ping pong too far back and forth between stages 1, 2, and 3. You get learned helplessness. You feel like no matter what I do, it's not going to work. But here's the problem, and here's what you need to get. Stage 3 isn't the fourth and final stage. Stage 4, where I call trying and letting go. So working without attachment to results is the fourth and final stage. And this is where you need to get if you want to get what you want, because this is the long game. And usually your deepest desires, which by the way, don't go away no matter what, even if you ignore them because you think you can't get them, they're still in there and they just get stronger and deeper. This is the long game. Anything you want that badly, that no matter how many times you fail, no matter how much agony it's put you through, you keep going after and trying to find new ways, that is something you want and it's worth going after. It's likely going to take a little bit of time. So if you want what you want, you got to get ready for the long game. And in order to do that, you got to get to the fourth and final stage. Trying without attachment, or working with letting go. What I mean by that is, I'm not saying that if you're working out for 4 months and you're eating really well and you're not losing any weight, that you just keep doing what you're doing. But I am saying that you have to let go of this obsession of tracking and measuring results every single day and having this heightened awareness on how long it's taking, on how fast so-and-so else lost weight, on how many times you failed in the past, or how far you still are from your goal. In this stage, you need to be calmly aware of the progress you're making and fulfilled by your present experience. And I know that sounds really difficult because I feel the same way so often. How am I supposed to be fulfilled by my present experience if it's so far from my goal? But if you're so unfulfilled by your present experience and you're seeking fulfillment only through the achievement of your goal, you're in for a long road of a lot of failure and a lot of rejection because you're going to be too heightened and sensitive to where you're not. So we need to bring in some strategies for how to get and stay in stage 4, trying while letting go and working without attachment to results. And my 2 strategies are this. Remember I said in stage 3, the reason why we don't stay there is because when we fail, failure is and rejection are some of the hardest things for us states to be in. So we need to reframe failure and we need to reframe rejection, or strategy for rejection, if you will. I say that there's no such thing as failure, there's only feedback. And if you're not failing, chances are you're not doing anything that you don't already know how to do or you totally feel comfortable in. And it's cheesy and overused as the phrase is, you change outside your comfort zone. It's true. If you're doing everything you've always been doing, you're going to get the same results you've always achieved. So if you're not failing, you're not doing anything to learn. Right? Think about a little kid. They fall, they mess up. Little kids are bad at everything because they're learning everything, right? So we need to reframe that there's no such thing as failure, only feedback. So what I mean is that when you fail and you aren't losing weight, that seems like failure. Or you're doing really well and then you go on a huge crazy binge, or you're trying to build your coaching business but you get 500 people telling you no in a row, then you have to look at that objectively. So the first step is to detach from the emotional reaction, which your nature or your habit might get very upset. But if you can just either own that reaction for a moment and then set it aside, or just before you even go there, just take an evaluation. What isn't working? Maybe I've been working out 5 days a week and not eating sugar, but maybe I need to talk to somebody who knows a little bit more about nutrition because I could be not getting enough protein, or I could be, not drinking enough water, or too stressed. There's a million things. You could be doing a different kind of exercise that would have a better impact on your body. There's a million ways to change. There's a million ways to get what you want. And if you're so zeroed in on failure, you're going to miss all those opportunities that failure can teach you to learn. The second thing is that when we fail, we feel rejected, or when we don't get what we want, we feel rejected. Maybe you feel rejected because if you're overweight, you feel like the world and your friends are never going to truly accept you for who you know you can be inside. And so carrying that extra weight feels like a rejection of your true self. If you're building a coaching business and you're getting no after no after no, people who don't want to work with you, it feels like you're failing over and over and that your dream is being rejected and that you are being rejected. And it's so easy to flee here. And one of the easiest ways to prevent the feeling of rejection is to give that which you wish to receive. If you want to lose weight, support somebody else's journey. If you want to build your coaching practice, help somebody else achieve a goal of theirs. If you want to have a better relationship, be a better partner. If you want to get a promotion, help somebody else get one. Give that which you wish to receive. If you're focused on helping other people, you can't be hung up on your own inadequacies and your own rejection. And I truly believe that the way that there's an energy flow in the world, and you can't just take and take and take and focus on your own desires without contributing something to the people around you. So if you've been feeling extra failed lately and extra rejected, take a look at what you're contributing to the people around you who want the same things you do, and spend a couple days, weeks, minutes helping them. Ask them, what do you need? What can I do for you? And then evaluate the last time you failed hard, like badly. And if you can't find an example, then I think you need to step your game up a little and recognize that you're capable of more than what you're putting out. And then when you do fail, and I hope you do, take a step back, chuckle, laugh, observe, and just see what didn't work. Why didn't that go the way I planned, and what can I do differently next time? So the 4 stages: not trying and thinking you're trying, ticking off the boxes and planning for disappointment, putting in all your effort but focusing on failure and rejection, and then number 4, trying without attachment, working and letting go, and learning from failure and rejecting rejection or preventing rejection through giving back to others. I hope this was helpful for you. It was a huge insight for me. I would love to hear from you. Either, reach out to me personally or share in the comments below about what stage you feel like you're stuck in or how you get from one to the other. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.